McGuire Show. Coming to you from the TV 11 studios in Hamilton. Mike's guests today are the TV 11 crew with a behind-the-scenes look at the Mike McGuire Show. With musical guest David Sam. And now, let's join Mike and Glenda for today's show.
Good morning, everybody. Ngawa, Sheba, Sheba, Unga, Magunda, Magunda.
That's real cute, Mike.
Thank you. Good morning, Glenda.
Good morning.
How are you?
Hey, I'm okay.
I tried to get you to wear this pith helmet, and you wouldn't do it.
What is that called?
Pith helmet. The Cincinnati Zoo was supposed to be here today, as I think everybody knows, and we were going to do a show outside today with an elephant.
But guess what happened
during the night? We were going to open the show riding the elephant with the hat on, but they were not able to come up today, and we're very sorry that they couldn't make it. They are going to be here when, Glenda, with the elephant? They're coming back. June the 4th.
The first Friday.
Yeah, June the 4th. They will be back. And we'll put the pith helmet on.
That was an improvement,
June
actually.
The 4th. Did you think so?
Yeah.
Maybe it was a little, covers the bald spot.
Covers
Thanks,
the bald spot.
Hey, I tell you, what about the mighty Molars and their softball team last night? The Hamilton, I just made that up. Our softball team with some of our crew members played down in Fairfield last night. We lost by 1 run.
1 run.
Ken Bargo, Mike McGuire is on the team, and I am, and my brothers Ted and Todd, a whole bunch of guys around the area here. We had a good game.
Good game.
And a few people showed up to see us, too.
That's right.
We're really glad that they did.
That's probably why you lost. You got real nervous.
We'll keep you advised from time to time as to when our softball game's on. Anybody that wants to come down would sure like to see you. We have put together a show for you this morning that we hope that you enjoy. It's something I have wanted to do for a while. And today we more or less either had to rerun a show or pull it off real quick, and we decided to go for it. We're going to show you our crew members, kind of a behind-the-scenes look in the control room and in the studio here at the audience and our camera people and our announcer and everything, and let you see what is going on while you see me and while you see Glenda up here on the set and our guest, whoever that might be. There is a lot of activity going on that you never see or you never hear, and we're going to let you have a look at that today. And we also are going to give away right now, Glenda, I think would be a good time to do it, the All About Hamilton game. We just have come into a new batch of these, and if you would like to have an All About Hamilton game, we invite you to call us at 869-3280, and you can do that right now, and we will give you one of these games. And also in the game, we'll take caller number 4 today, by the way. Also in the game, as you can see on the back there, is a whole bunch of coupons that are in here, and these are redeemable for merchandise all over town. Over $100 worth of coupons are in here, and you'll have a good time playing the game. It's kind of like Monopoly, wouldn't you say?
Yes.
There's a little, like a jigsaw puzzle. You put it all together and make the playing board.
I just wanted to say that folks may remember that at the end of the last time we were giving these away, my board kind of disintegrated. So I'm in the process now of putting the game together again, and we're going to be showing the game board again,
right?
Which is very interesting.
To put it all together again.
Yeah.
But it's a fun game, and on the playing board we have our entire city depicted in there, and I think you would enjoy it. We'll give you one absolutely free, compliments of the Mike McGuire Show and Miami Valley Cable. 869-3280, caller number 4 today. And we would also like to tell you about a couple of shows we have coming up that we think you would be interested in. Glenda, you want to do that?
Yeah, a lot of folks don't know that you and I work together for this effort.
Sure.
I do a lot of the booking and make a lot of the phone calls to get some people in. But I just want to remind you, all of our shows we like to think are very interesting, but there are some that appear to be more interesting than others.
Especially interesting,
yes.
Sure.
Next Tuesday, something that you are looking forward to every year, twice a year, usually in the spring and in the fall, there is a gathering of sorts. If you have never been there, it's quite an experience over in a little place called Friendship, Indiana, which Michael, the first time he said to me, let's go to Friendship, Indiana, and I said, okay, where's Friendship, Indiana? And you drive over there, and it's just kind of a wide spot in the road, and everybody kind of sets up, and it's a big flea market. Plus, it's a muzzle-loading, correct me if I'm wrong.
A Mountain Man Rendezvous, that's what it is.
That's the correct title?
Yeah, Mountain Man Rendezvous, and they...
You will see sights there that you have never seen before.
Absolutely, and all of these mountain men come in from all over the country, and they gather there. They put their big teepees up, and they cook inside them, and there's a big flea market, and people running around in buckskins. But next Tuesday, we're going to do a show with some mountain men from Friendship, Indiana, because the rendezvous starts the next day. And some of the things that we're going to do in the studio here with the mountain men are show you how to start a fire with flint and steel. They're going to do that. They're going to throw tomahawks in here, show you how to throw tomahawks and knives. They're going to stoke up a couple of long rifles and show you how to do that and set them off in here, minus the lead balls, of course. And talk about the rendezvous and the spring shoot in Friendship, Indiana.
It's quite interesting. You and I go, we try to go twice a year.
I may even have my skin, I may wear my buckskins that day. Really.
You'll have to tune in just to see that.
Yeah.
A week from yesterday, next Thursday, May the 13th, is a show that Mike and I and most of the people in this area are getting very excited about. We're doing a special 1-hour show. You will remember that Jim Blunt was on this week, and next Thursday we are going to have a special 1-hour show. It will be at the regular time at 9:30, but will run until 10:30, featuring Jim Blunt from the Journal and Mr. Peter Davis, who is the author of Hometown, and that should be a very interesting show. We also are, at the beginning of the show, going to have a couple surprise guests. Roger Dwyer will be here from the Systems.
He's systems manager
Systems
for Miami
manager,
Valley Cable.
yes. I have rented lips all the time. I'm going to trade these in and get something else. So that's May 13th, and we do hope that you'll be telling your friends and make a point of tuning us in special on that day. It should prove to be a very interesting show. Then, just looking through my calendar, Michael, we're going to have also Ursula Eaton from the Journal, who has just written a new book, which you and I are in the process of reading right now. That's very interesting. She's going to be on a Monday, the 17th of May. The 25th of May, we're doing another special show featuring magic, which frustrates me. It makes me so angry.
There are a couple of magicians in this area that are just excellent, and they're going to come on, do some magic and some illusions. And illusions are like big magic tricks where people disappear and things like that, and I think you'll enjoy that a lot.
I get real frustrated with magic. It makes me so angry because I don't know how it works.
I don't know how to do it, yeah.
But we've seen some very good magicians. We're looking forward to that. Then another big show that we're planning, May the 27th, which is a Thursday, and I know that a lot of people are going to be excited about this. Mr. Bob Braun is coming back up from Cincinnati with a special treat for us. He has been doing a lot of work in New York, producing and getting together a new album that he has recorded, and he's going to come on the 27th and sing for us, which will be a first in this area, his new release from his new album, and we're really looking forward to having Mr. Braun with us. We would also like to mention, for those of you that watch us on a regular basis or would be interested in coming by the studio and sitting in on the audience and see our show live, all you have to do is come by. And we are located at the Hamilton High School, and there are signs on the end of the building that show you how to get to our room. But you're more than welcome to come, and we just ask that you try to be here around 9 o'clock, before 9:15, because it gets real hectic.
We'd like to have them, wouldn't we?
Yes,
be a lot of fun.
Yes,
Glenda, we've got a lot of interesting things to do today. We're going to have a look at our crew members in just a few minutes, and we'll announce the name of the winner of the Hamilton game in just a moment. But first, we'd like for you to watch this message. Stay with us.
It's one-stop shopping for all household furnishings at JB Furniture, 319 South 2nd Street in Hamilton. Owner Jay Becker is happy to announce that for a limited time only, it's 12 months, same as cash, on all 3 floors of living room, dining room, and bedroom suites. Store manager Bill Robinson would like to show you the latest innovation from RCA, the video disc playback unit with hundreds of recorded movies available. Remember, there are no strangers at JB Furniture, only friends who haven't met.
Here's Glenda to tell us more about JB Furniture.
What they say at JB is quite true, that there are no strangers there, only friends who haven't met. And it's a real exciting place to shop. 3 huge floors full of furniture, anything and everything you need for your home. Living room furniture, bedroom furniture, kitchen appliances. With spring coming and we're all thinking about activities outdoors, Jay Becker, Bill Robinson is getting in some outdoor furniture, some patio things. And if you'll go down there and mention our name, I'm sure that they're going to treat you real right. Good people, good folks to work with. Mike and I enjoy going in there and looking around. We know that you will too. Jay Becker, Bill Robinson at JB Furniture.
Thank you, Glenda. The winner of the All About Hamilton game is Bernice Gum, and Bernice lives at 514 Carlisle Avenue. Bernice will put your name on this copy of the game, and we invite you to come over and pick it up and have a look at our studio and everything, and we'd be more than happy to show you around a little bit. I have a little bit of information that I want to give you that we do from time to time, especially when we're stuck, like we are a little bit today. This is Sports Afield. A lot of guys read this, and there's a section in there called the Sports Afield Almanac, and there is sometimes some interesting information. It's usually not very useful information, but it's interesting information. For example, did you know that the butterfly was once called, when they first gave a name to that little thing that flies around, it was called a flutterby, which does make more sense because they do flutter by. Did you ever wonder where the word butterfly came from? It doesn't really
Always. I have
doesn't
stayed
really
awake
mean anything.
nights
I know.
wondering.
It was originally called flutterby, which does make more sense, but it's more difficult to pronounce, so they just kind of turned it around and called it a butterfly. How about that?
Hey, I'm impressed.
Useful information?
Yes, sir.
I got another one for you. Did you know that bees are the only insects in the world that make something that man can eat?
Gosh.
Honey.
Well, I knew that. I knew what bees made.
We don't eat spider webs or, whatever. Bees. Okay, we all know what a starfish is, right? Everybody knows what a starfish is. Cows, they're not insects. The lowly starfish, all he does is sit down on the bottom of the ocean and just kind of lay there.
Yes.
The lowly starfish, did you know that he has an eye at the end of each one of his arms, and he can see in all directions at the same time?
Didn't know it, Mike.
Isn't your day going to be better because you know this?
The next time I see a starfish, I'll make sure that I'm dressed properly all around him.
Because he can see you no matter where you are.
Right.
Did you know this? We know of the North Pole and the South Pole, real cold there and all
Yes.
that. Did you know that the ice at the South Pole, do you know how deep that ice is?
Miles.
1.5 miles deep of ice. That is like
Been a long time since they've
maybe
seen the bottom.
from here to Tom's Cigar Store or something. 1.5 miles deep is how deep the ice is.
That's great, Mike.
Okay, here's something that you might like. If you like to play tricks on people, if you like to goof on people, you might learn something from a certain type of seagull called a skua. A skua. The skua is a high-flying seagull, and do you know how he gets his food? He gets his food by employing scare tactics, like the big guy that scares the little kid and takes his money and stuff. That's how the seagull gets his food. What he does is he gets way up in the air, and he power dives almost directly into another bird and just scares the feathers right out of him and frightens the bird so bad that the bird throws up in midair, and then the skua has his dinner. Whatever's in the other bird's stomach comes out, and the skua eats it.
Michael, there may be people watching that are having their breakfast.
I'm not making this up. I am not making this up. This came right out of Sports Afield.
Well, we could have just I don't know how I've lived without knowing some of
Your
this.
life will be better because of this information, believe me. David Sams is with us today, and David is appearing up in Wilmington at the Driftwood Room, and Dave is always nice enough to come in about once a week and perform for us, and he's going to do that this morning. And if you'd like to have some good entertainment and a good atmosphere, we invite you to go up to Wilmington to the Driftwood Room and enjoy the music of David Sams. He's there Monday through Saturday from 9 to 2. This morning he's right here in the studio, bright-eyed and bushy-tailed. Here's David Sams. Dave?
I spent a lifetime looking for you. Single bars and good time love, never true. Playing the fool's game, hoping to win. Telling those sweet lies and losing again. Well, I was looking for love in all the wrong places, looking for love in too many faces, searching their eyes and looking for traces of what I'm dreaming of, hoping to find a friend and a lover. How blessed the day I discover you, looking for love. Well, I was alone, no love inside, and I did everything I could to make it through the night. Don't know where it started or where it might end. I turned to a stranger just like a friend. Well, I was looking for love in all the wrong places, looking for love in too many faces, searching their eyes and looking for traces of what I'm dreaming of, hoping to find a friend and a lover. How blessed the day I discover you, looking for love. And you came knocking at my heart's door with everything I've been searching for. No more looking for love in all the wrong places, looking for love in too many faces, searching their eyes and looking for traces of what I'm dreaming of. Now that I found a friend and a lover, how blessed the day I discover you, looking for love. Well, I found you, looking for love.
Sams. Thank you, David. Nice to have you with us today. We're back right after this.
Hey, you! Don't watch that! Watch this!
At last, video music in stereo, 24 hours a day, on cable, MTV, music television. You'll never look at music the same way again.
We tell you every day about some fine folks that we've come to know since we've been on the air. David and Pam Hoffman, and the other day we introduced you to Walter Kaler, who is working with Pam and David now in their business called Hoffman's Plants and House of Interior Design. And they can do something real exciting for your private home even, a business or any kind of office that you may have. All of the plants that you see on our set are very much alive, very much living and flourishing here, and they can do the same thing for you. They furnish these plants for us. They can do the same for you. It's not any binding contracts at all. It's a month-by-month agreement between you and them, and they come in, care for your plants, feed them, water them, prune them, exchange them if need be, and all you have to do is sit back and enjoy them. They have large tropical plants. David was telling me the other day they have some new fig trees in that are like 15, 18 feet tall. You can use something like that, or even small things that you can sit on your windowsill or sit around on ledges. We do hope that you'll call them and tell them that you heard about them from our show. David or Pam Hoffman at 521-2252.
Thank you, Glenda. Well, today we're going to give everybody a kind of a behind-the-scenes look at our crew and what goes on here, and we thought that you might be interested in this. We're going to take a look in the studio first, and then in a few minutes we'll take a look at the crew we have in the control room. We've put in some additional lights this morning so that you'll be able to see most things. Ordinarily, the only thing that's lit is this corner here, and everything else is pretty much dark. Now, the camera that is on me right now is operated by Mike Schwab, and we're going to show you Mike Schwab right now, much to his dismay. He's about 20 feet away from me, 18 or 20 feet away, and there he is right there. Real fine cameraman, one of our crew members. Does a fine job over there on camera, too. And there he's back to work again. Now, we're going to show you also the cameraman who operates the camera that shoots Glenda when she just did the commercials and things, so that you can see what he does. His name is Tom Toman, and Glenda, we have to have a shot of you because Mike Schwab has got to turn his camera around to shoot Tom Toman. There's Tom Toman on camera number 1.
In the background there you see with the white bib overhauls on to the left of your screen is Ken Bargo, who has been known to do quite a few different things on the crew.
There's Kenny right there. He's on our softball team.
Right.
Tommy, you might get on the other side of your camera before Mike moves so we can see your face there. We didn't get
He's going to.
Okay, he's already moved. Now, the other person we want to show you is our announcer.
Yes.
She sits over there on the end of the couch. That is Linda Kraft. Linda does a fine job for us, too. Linda sits down there on the end of the set during the show and waits to announce at the end. Now, every day we also have a studio audience with us, and I guess, Mike, you might as well go ahead and... See, this is not planned out or rehearsed.
Mike is going to direct from the chair.
Poor Mark Johnson is just going wild in the control room, and Mark's got an arrow through his head and rabbit ears on because he's just a crazy guy in there. Here's our studio audience.
There you see, Michael. There's
David Sams' wife, Mary Sams. Hi, Mary.
Yes.
Every day we have an audience in here.
This is a prime example of our studio audience.
Up on top of the ladder, back in the corner back there, we have Rita Ebbing, who operates our lighting. Do we see Rita? I can't tell.
Yes, we do.
And she's holding our youngest son, Brian. You want to wave, Brian? Yeah, it's just like the Uncle Al show. Brian's a little bashful. He's not into TV. Now we have a couple more people that we want to show you. We have a person who is our floor man that gives Glenda her time cues on the commercials and gives me cues for different things. Felix Russo. There's Felix.
Felix, we might mention, is standing. Felix is standing beside it's a television set, we call it a monitor.
I don't know if we can get a shot of that or not. Maybe Mike Schwab can truck right a little bit and show that monitor there, and also he can show the other person that works the studio here. We have a person that goes down every day to get the audience, and he tells them when to applaud and for how long and what to do, and that's Eddie Stewart.
There, they're going to show the monitor.
I can't tell if we have a shot of Eddie or not. I don't know.
Yes, we do. There's it. Wave, Eddie.
Say hi to your ma and pa, Mammy and Pappy, Mr.
These
and Mrs.
folks,
Stewart.
I kid the crew members all the time. These are the folks that come June are going to go out into the world as adults, and it's kind of frightening, actually. But
they're good people.
Yeah, these guys are real fine.
So
people.
that's our crew in the studio here. Now we also have, we can't get the shots, but we also have another crew on radio that carries this program on. Oh, now we're back over here. That carries this program on the radio. Now we're going to take this break, and when we come back, we're going to give you a look at what happens behind this wall in the control room. There are about a half a dozen people in there, and I think you'll enjoy that as well. It happens right after you watch this. Stay with us.
I'm Ronnie Anderson. If you want to see cockatoos and cheetahs and elephants, you can travel to places like Australia, Asia, and Africa. Or you can visit the Cincinnati Zoo and see them all. Over 6,000 animals from all parts of the world are on display every day. Travel is expensive. The Cincinnati Zoo isn't. You want to see the world? Take a look through the Cincinnati Zoo.
Now, something else that we do that you never see is that right beside me, right over here, maybe Mike can pan over a little bit, right in here amongst the plants is a little telephone.
Hedge fool.
And I can pick this telephone up and push a button on the phone, and when I do that, a light goes on in the control room, and Mark Johnson picks up the phone. I can talk to Mark when Glenda's doing commercials or something if we have some problems or things to work out, and I'm going to ask Mark right now if he's set up in there so we can take our camera shots. You're set up in there. Okay, thank you. Okay. Now, in the control room, we have a director, a switcher, an audio person, another person that loads the commercials and all the videotapes into the machines. And we'll give you a look at that right now. There's Mark Johnson. Mark, you need to turn around so we can see you. There's our director, Mark Johnson.
People also know Mark as a singer-guitarist.
Right, and Mark appears on the show. There's Dennis Howard. Dennis, you might try to get a shot of the VTR machines there if you can, Tom. I don't know if probably can't. You can only see part of it there, but there's a lot of equipment in there. Those are the commercials on those tapes. And John Denny is down there running audio. Morning, John. How you doing, guy? And we also have Trish McCollum. No, I lied. Joe Benniger. Sorry, there's Joe Benniger. Now, Joe, you might show us what you do there, guy. With just the punch of a button, he can bring us back into the studio and then back into the control room just by pushing those buttons there. And Joe is our switcher. So let's have a nice round of applause for our control room crew this morning. We'll give you another look at the control room there if you want to zoom out, and we'll try to show everybody in there as they are. There we go. Is that out as far as you can go, Mark? You zoomed out as far as you can go? Mark has a headset there, and he uses that to talk to the camera people and to Felix Russo out here. Sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. Maybe you could stop your camera down just a little bit, Tom. It's awfully bright in there. Stop your camera down a little bit. We'll
Someone is hidden back there, Michael.
There you go. That's much better. And you can also see all of the...
Trish?
Oh, yeah, I knew Trish was in there. Stand up, Trish. Stand up, Trish. Stand up. There we are. That's our student pilot. Trish operates the time-based corrector, which matches the video levels between the cameras and the commercials and so on that we have on tape. And that's Trish's job, and that's our control room crew. We thought you'd like to have a look at that this morning. Now, Tom Tolman's got to drag his camera back in the studio here and change his f-stop again. And while he does that, we're going to invite you to watch this message from the March of Dimes, and we'll be right back.
I'm Beverly Sills. You know, just living has taught me to appreciate the value of every baby's life and its potential talent. There have been many writers, painters, and musicians who have shown us all what the struggle over handicaps is like. I've seen similar triumphs through the March of Dimes. As National Chairman for the Mother's March on Birth Defects, I ask you to volunteer for the Mother's March this year. The March of Dimes saves babies. You can help, please.
Okay. Now, we also have a couple of extra students we want to show you real quick. A couple other crew members. We kind of rotate jobs, and at the present time, these people stand by and help out wherever the help is needed. They do not have a regular job. I want to get Mike McGuire to come down this way. There's Roger Hawkins on your left, and Irv Helton, and Mike McGuire is supposed to be down here where we can see him, too. Come on down. There's Mike right there. There's Mike McGuire. And those are our extra crew people that we have right now.
Oh, and Rocky Walton is here somewhere.
And Rocky Walton is, where is Rocky? There's Rock. He's hiding over there. Let me get a little shot of Rock. Rock made the wall hanging up here above my head. There's Rocky. How you doing, guy? Okay.
Michael, I just
want
to say that you and I feel that our crew members, even though they are seniors, do just as good a job as some of the network
They're every bit as good as the big boys down at TV5, we'll tell you that.
Right.
Thanks for watching. Have a good day. We'll see you on our next show. Bye for now.
You've been watching The Mike McGuire Show. Thanks to our special guests, TV11 crew, and David Sams. For For guest bookings, contact The Mike McGuire Show at Miami Valley Cable Incorporated or TV 11-869-3280. The Mike McGuire Show was directed by Mark Johnson. Technical Director Joe Audio John Denny. Videotape Operator Dennis Howard. Video Control Trish McCollum. Camera Operators Tom Toman and Mike Schwab. Floor Managers Felix Russo, Irv Helton, and Eddie Stewart. Lighting Director Rita Ebbing. Assistant Producer Glenda McGuire. Executive Producer Mike McGuire. The Mike McGuire Show is a production of Miami Valley Cable Incorporated and TV 11, the Broadcasting Arts Program at Hamilton High School. This is Linda Craft speaking. Thank you for watching the show and have a pleasant day.